Good morning. Hey. Good morning. Do I like that one? Hey. Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do that one. Yes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Linda. How are you, Terry? Aloha, Lisa. Hey. Good morning. Hey. Did you miss me? I hope you did, seriously. Yes, ladies. You know exactly. Here once again, all right? Iris, good morning. Mount Negro, good morning. Hey. Woo, Rye Guy, good morning. Lipton, love you too. All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do. Let's get this show started. Yes, encourage more viewers to share. Jin, good morning. Nice to see you. Looking lovely. Mr. Rogers, wow, good morning. And when you play the game, it get too spicy. I ain't even. It's OC, my brother. How you doing, champ? Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. I ain't even had my coffee. Let's go! Y'all go ahead, tap that screen, share the live, send it to, those who are in need of a good message this morning, because you know what we do over here, ladies and gentlemen. TikTok rocker, you know what we do. We don't got much time to do it, but we're going to do it. Good morning, coffee. Nice to see ya. IMV, nice to see ya. Oh, my goodness. Delta everywhere. Thank you for sharing. Sandy G, shout out. Dinky, good morning. 907 Diva. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here, all right? But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I am honest, all right? There's nobody more honest than me, all right? Listen, if I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize, all right? The second H is because I am humble, all right? If I get it wrong, I got it confused, right? I'm the most honest on social media. The second is humble. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you guessed it, I am and will always remain the most handsome. A lot going on this morning. Bear with me. All right, many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of town, on this side of TikTok. What we do is I support Vice President Kamala Harris. Great question. What we do is very, very special. We hold our friends, good morning, heaven. We hold our friends on the right, especially their orange cult leader, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, as well as their crimes. Isn't it safe to say, when it comes to our friends on the right, they seem to have hit the jackpot when it comes to crimes, right? And so what we'll do is this. If you are a Trump supporter, I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime, right? You might want to leave this live because it's going to get very, very uncomfortable for you. I promise you it will, because we don't allow lies to circulate, right? There's a new lie going on, for instance, that there's a such thing as a Category 6 hurricane. Anyone out there believe there's a such thing as a Category 6 hurricane? Any Trump supporters, I should say, because we already know what it is. It's the Trump supporters that believe this kind of nonsense. There's no such thing as a Category 6 hurricane. It just stops at Category 5. MAGA. Oh. See, I wasn't. Come on up here real quick. See, I see somebody already in the comments section is triggered. Why don't I get a job? Okay. Well, I'm about to start working right now. So I'm about to start working. You might want to leave because I'm going to make your life a little uncomfortable this morning, all right? But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You hear that? That's for every single Trump supporter that is in the United States. I really am at the point now with MAGA that I think the best thing for every single one of you to do is resign as citizens of the United States and just go on over to Russia. I've never been so disgusted, disappointed, and ashamed. I'm embarrassed, actually, to call some of you folks Americans. I go into a MAGA Live yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we've been going back and forth about this FEMA business, right? I had not just one, but pretty much all the Trump supporters, some who have been directly impacted by Hurricane Helene, tell me to my face, I am not applying to FEMA at all, Zeus, because I don't want them to take my house and I don't trust them. Are there any Trump supporters out there that think like that? You don't trust FEMA? You think they're going to take your house? Right? Are there any Trump supporters? So you sit on TikTok, you go over there to X, Facebook, wherever you MAGA demons dwell at, and you portray yourselves as victims of the United States government, but you won't even let the government help you. Then you turn around and demonize a group of people, you know, the migrants. The migrants are taking care. They're getting money from the government. The migrants are getting money from the government. So I said to them, I said, listen, so if the migrants are intelligent enough, according to your logic, to get money from the United States government, why won't you do it? No answer. No answer. So you want to be mad that the people coming in who qualify for some sort of relief, right? They're actually taking advantage of what's available, but you're going to sit here and suffer. I said, you know what? We're at a point now where, you know, we used to joke and say, you know, the Trump supporters, because we know they're in a cult, right? I used to tell them, well, go ahead, lay on your back, point your toes towards the star, like, you know, they did in Jonestown, right? Because you're going to drink the Kool-Aid. I'm convinced that the Trump supporters have now drunk the Kool-Aid. It's not the same Kool-Aid, right? What the Kool-Aid is this, MAGA, and let me break it down to you. The only people who continue to be harmed by Donald Trump are you. That's why Donald Trump is going to lose this election, because he's unaliving his supporters, and he's been doing it for quite a while. Think back, MAGA. Remember the pandemic? Who were the ones saying we shouldn't get vaccinated and losing their lives? You. He doesn't care. Why should I? January 6th. Who were the ones that went into the Capitol, lost their life that day, and who are still going in and out of the jails and the prisons? You, MAGA. Who are the ones suffering the most as a result of these hurricanes? MAGA. MAGA. Do you understand your cult leader is trying to make you pay the ultimate price, which is your life? Why don't y'all see this? Yeah. Your distrust for the United States government And your willingness to embrace Vladimir Putin is downright disturbing, disgusting, and dangerous. So let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start this show off by throwing every Trump supporter that still supports Donald Trump after knowing all this. Let's throw them into the lake of fire. Let's go ahead and give them a huge round of boos and shame. I just can't take Trump supporters serious anymore. I get it. You have a desire to end up in hell. You're not Christians. Nope, don't you dare. You're not Christians. You're a bunch of liars and you're a bunch of hypocrites, all right? Speaking of Russia, I don't know if you've all heard this, but I got to get this out here as well, and then we're going to have some tough conversations this morning. So Bob Woodward is coming out with a new book, and this new book, it's called War, all right? October 15th, it comes out. And from what it looks like, Donald Trump has been secretly engaging in phone calls with Vladimir Putin. The book contains new details about Trump's relationship with the Russian president. In 2020, Woodward writes, Trump had secretly sent Vladimir Putin a bunch of Abbott point-of-care COVID test machines for his personal use. Wow. See, I get it. I'm not actually shocked. During the height of the pandemic, Russia and the United States, they did exchange medical equipment such as ventilators, but Putin, who was infamously isolated himself over fears of COVID, told Trump on a phone call to keep the delivery of the Abbott machines quiet. Don't tell anybody. Please don't tell anybody you sent these to me, Putin said to Trump, according to Woodward. I don't care, Donald Trump replied. Fine. No, Putin said, I don't want you to tell anybody because people will get mad at you, not me. They don't care about me. Woodward writes that Trump stayed in touch with Putin even after leaving office. In one scene, Woodward recounts a moment at Mar-a-Lago where Trump tells a senior aide to leave the room. Leave. So that he could have what he said was a private phone call with the Russian president, Vladimir Putin. According to Trump's aide, there have been multiple phone calls between Donald Trump and Putin, maybe as many as 7 since the period that Donald Trump left the White House. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's crystal clear Donald Trump is unfit to be the president of the United States and that he is a seditionist, treasonous traitor. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, let's give Donald Trump a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, so let's get into some other interesting news, and then I'm going to actually try my best, ladies and gentlemen, to speak to a Trump supporter today. I really am, but I have zero patience right now. You all are a bunch of traitors. I don't know what else to say. Let's go to Morning Joe, where we get them to weigh in on how Donald Trump wanted to destroy the United States Constitution. Listen up, MAGA. This is for you.
You know, Joe, we do this every day, every morning, and we repeat ourselves nearly every morning in talking about this guy. And it's depressing. I can only imagine the impact it has on voters out there listening to him each and every morning, each and every day. And he's on the precipice every morning, each and every day. And he's on the precipice of again becoming president of the United States. That's a shocking thing to me, and I think maybe to a lot of other people as well. But we have to live with it, and we have to figure it out. And again, I revert back to, what this country is all about. If you listen to what he says, whether it's about, people's genes, whether it's about Haitians, whether it's about whoever it is, he will demean someone or some fragment of society We are a collective nation called the United States of America. We are better than him. This man tried to overturn a legitimate election, tried to overturn an existing government. All the other stuff is a sideshow compared to that one fact. He thought so little of the United States Constitution that he just wanted to rip it up and throw it out the window. And he's this close to becoming president of the United States again. Think about that.
It's unbelievable.
And think about you.
Think about that. Think about that. Are there any Trump supporters out there that know Donald Trump tried to terminate the Constitution and still think it's acceptable to vote for him? If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. Because playtime is really over. Hillary lied about Russia. No one's talking about Hillary, Marcia. Marcia, Marcia, you can't even come into the box. Okay, I want to talk to Robert then. How about you, Robert? Good morning, Shay. Yeah, it is over. Yeah, playtime is over. So what we're dealing with right now, ladies and gentlemen, is the Trump supporters. They want to terminate the United States Constitution. They want to continue to come in here on TikTok and portray themselves as victims of some sort, but we're not getting anywhere with this line of thinking with them. The walls of resistance are up. We're not letting them get away with that. So what do Trump supporters do when they're unable to get their lies through? They turn around and start making up stories, right? Robert, I sent you. Liberals are the ultimate. Okay. Conrad kid, come on up here. It's early in the morning. We don't really got all morning to play around with you folks, all right? We're asking you to get in here and explain yourself. But if you don't, you know what I'll do? I'll ask my moderators. Moderators, if you see them in the chat and I invite them up and they don't come up, you know what to do. Put them in a straitjacket. Yeah. All right. Oh, I got two brave souls. All right. Who is this? I'm only looking to talk to MAGA Caliente. Thank you so much for the subscription. Reef, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good morning. How are you? And what's going on in the background?
I'm not a Trump supporter.
Oh, what are you?
I'm all the way with Kamala Harris, but my brother in California, I'm a truck driver, and I was listening to all this gibberish he talking about Trump, man. Like you guys fit it right. He's a black bagger. I don't understand him.
Nasty. But listen, I gotta move on. I gotta try to find a Trump supporter, my good friend. All right. But thank you so much. All right, Reef. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Reef a round of applause. And it was a little loud in my ear, bro. All right. I don't want you to get distracted. All right. And again, yes, especially the black Trump supporters. Any black Trump supporters out there? I have a serious question to ask the black Trump supporters now. Yes, be safe. Yes. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you believe that Donald J. Trump is the best thing for the United States of America since sliced bread. All right. But I also want to remind you all to make sure you go and check out Vice President Kamala Harris's 60-minute interview. I'm pretty sure a majority of you have watched it. It was an amazing interview. And by the way, this is the same interview Donald Trump is ducking and dodging. All right. You believe Donald Trump would wipe you all out? All right. Well, what we'll do is this. All right. If you are a Trump supporter, let me see it in the chat. Please put a 1. Blagga, get in the box. Zpop, good morning. She never answered any questions though. ASMR, what do you mean? Kamala answered a lot of great questions. Come on up here. Katrina, thank you for this subscription. Wait a second, they are both garbage. Kamala and Trump. I can't do that. No, they're not both garbage, so stop it. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. All right. or has Zeus done all of the work that needs to be done on TikTok today? All right. Normally they come up here and they go, well, Zeus, I want to talk to you about this. I want to talk to you about that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. I got some easy work up here. Desmo, come up here real quick. All right, fool. Why you keep coming back to my show? All right. You and Snuggles.
Somebody's got to push back on your lies.
Oh, okay. You and Snuggles though. What?
I don't
if
know.
I
don't know Snuggles, but whatever.
No, you do. You do know
I don't know
Snuggles.
Snuggles. How do I know Snuggles?
Because he's the strongest Trump supporter on TikTok.
I doubt that.
You're more of a stronger Trump supporter.
I don't know Snuggles is what I'm telling you.
Do you know who Donald Trump is?
Yeah.
What attracts you about Donald Trump? Because
here, let me.
I know you like to go around this app and antagonize Democrats. That's your shtick. I get it, but at a certain point, it stops working and it's not effective. So what's your angle?
Well, wait, you say antagonize, but all I really do is push back on your lies. Here, let me push back one of the lies I heard you say a little while ago. You said that Donald Trump was killing his supporters, right?
Absolutely. I said that just today. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I heard you. But you said that he did that. That one of the ways he did that was during the pandemic, right?
Correct. Excellent.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. I remember Kamala Harris on stage and Joe Biden.
You mean Kamala?
Yes.
Come on now. You stepped it up today. You got something on. Got something on you. All right.
Listen, I remember hearing both of them on stage saying that they wouldn't take the vaccine because Trump had made it.
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna take it? And then Kamala says, I'm not gonna take it.
Yeah.
If Trump made it, I'm not gonna take it. So who really pushed this information to not get people vaccinated?
Donald Trump. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I just gave you a fact.
Yeah, I gave you something.
Did Kamala say that on stage or not?
Yeah, I remember that, and I was right there with her.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
So you were right there with her, huh?
Yeah.
Sure,
you know why?
Like you're the one pushing misinformation, right?
Let me explain
Maybe
why.
You costed some people their lives with you pushing and believing that.
No. Listen.
No.
Let me explain why.
Was Kamala maybe?
Are you going? Are you going to actually talk?
You can't.
Or are you just going to ramble?
All right, go ahead.
So, from what I understand, and I could be wrong, when this all first came out, we were getting so much conflicted information from the Trump administration about what was acceptable in terms of how to respond to the pandemic or not. So we didn't have the information we had when the Biden-Harris administration got in. So things changed, yeah. But off top,
wait a minute.
Off top, we didn't trust Donald Trump because he was lying throughout the entire pandemic.
Wait, did Trump make the vaccine himself? Did he make the vaccine himself?
That was an easy question. That was an easy question. What else you got?
Wait, did Trump make the vaccine himself, or was it the same pharmaceutical company that made it under the Biden administration?
Well, I don't think Donald Trump made anything himself. He can't even make up his mind.
So then why were they pushing for people not to get it? Simply because it was Trump?
When Trump was in office, did you hear what I said? Okay, so I'll give you a great example.
So who pushed this information? Was it Joe Biden and Kamala Harris?
No. You just
admitted they did.
And I said I did too. I said we don't trust this guy. Remember? All right. So listen up. If you have a person,
I got you.
Okay. So let me make sure you got it. Let me make sure
COVID plays politics.
Let me make sure you got it. Do you remember him saying hit the body with the light?
Yeah, you know that's an actual treatment, right?
Do you remember?
Right? You do understand that, right? You do understand that that's an actual treatment in Italy.
I just can't, bro.
Just say you don't know that.
I don't know. I don't know that to be proven.
It's better off than you doing this whole. I'm so much smarter than you. You don't know.
This is misinformation. What he just said.
Let me guess. You also said that Trump told people to drink bleach or inject bleach, right? He
said inject disinfectant.
No,
that's the term.
Oh my God.
That's what he said.
Dude, you cannot be this much of a liar, dude. How do people even follow you, bro?
Okay.
You are a complete liar, bro. You are a complete liar, bro. I'm embarrassed for you, bro.
Okay, well, listen, and I'm embarrassed that I'm actually having to re-explain simple things.
For you, bro. This is bad. This is really bad. You
have
no credibility.
Okay.
You have zero credibility.
Well, you want me to show you how much I have? Because I have a ton of credibility.
Zero credibility.
Okay. Well, you know what you just did?
You know what you are, bro? You're
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for helping me kick the show off, fool. Thank you for helping me kick the show off. That is a certified MAGA demon. He somehow thinks he's up here cooking while he's getting cooked based on his own logic. I stand behind what I said. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Fool what he deserves. A round of boos and shame. Easy.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
You should be listening to me more, all right? And it sounds like you have because you're starting to at least sound a little more coherent when we speak, but you got a long ways to go, champ. You're actually worse than Snuggles because at least Snuggles knows he's lying. You actually believe what you're doing is actually the truth, all right? Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter, all right? Please, all right? And I stand behind what I said. Yes, it is Donald Trump causing harm to every single one of his supporters. Yes, y'all go to the rallies. You remember Butler? Who ended up getting hurt in Butler? A Trump supporter. I'm not mincing my words. Herman Cain. You remember Herman Cain? Deranged Herman? Herman, don't go to the rally. Those are super spreader events. I know the president of the United States at the time is Donald Trump, and he's telling you it's safe. But Herman, don't go. What did Herman do? He showed up at the rally and contracted the virus. So what else? January 6th. Remember Ashley Babbitt? See, y'all think this is a game. This is the problem with a lot of the Trump supporters. Y'all think this is a game. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. All right, and you don't see this. I can help you see it, please. Yeah, Tina Peters. Yeah, just went to prison 9 years. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. All right, and you still don't get it. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Robert, come on up here, Robert. Come on up here, Jerry. I mean, this is sad. This is so sad. Y'all can't see the people that are getting harmed the most by Donald Trump's rhetoric are you. All right, I accepted some of the I accepted some of the I hit accept, all right? I sent some invites out and none of these MAGA demons want to get in the box and actually speak to Big Zeus. I understand why. All right. Come on up here. Let's see. All right. Who do we have? Okay. I guess everybody's learned their lesson this morning. All right. Oh, who do we got this time? Miles. Haven't we spoke before?
That guy destroyed you.
Well, let's go ahead and send Miles straight to the Lake of Fire. That was easy.
Silence,
Hey,
you MAGA demon.
I love it when they just throw themselves into the Lake of Fire. Miles, whatever you're on, stop. Just stop. It's getting to the point where I understand why Donald Trump does what he does to you. I understand why Donald Trump just milks you and discards you like trash. I get it. And I wish it wasn't that way, but look at what you guys do. Y'all get up here and y'all just show the worst parts of yourselves on the internet. And for what? What do you get out of that? All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. Yeah, he said put it down. Yeah, he should put it down. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a deranged Trump supporter. All right. We don't got all morning, ladies and gentlemen. Put a 1 in the chat, please. We don't got all morning. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you believe that Donald J. Trump is the best thing for America since sliced bread. All right. MAGA calls Trump a strong man. Yeah, they don't like me because I get out here and I tell the truth. All right. And this is the problem. Somebody has to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to a real president. All right. A real president who's not afraid to show up to an interview with 60 Minutes. All right.
The child tax credit.
Yes, I do.
You want to give tax breaks to first-time home buyers.
Yes.
You hear
and
this?
people starting small businesses.
Correct.
But it is estimated by the Nonpartisan Committee for Responsible Federal Budget that your economic plan would add $3 trillion to the federal deficit over the next decade. How are you going to pay for that?
Okay, so the other economists that have reviewed my plan versus my opponent and determined that my economic plan would strengthen America's economy, his would weaken it.
But
My plan, Bill, if you don't mind, my plan is about saying that when you invest in small businesses,
Right.
you invest in the middle class, and you strengthen America's economy. Small businesses are part of the backbone of America's economy.
Thank
but
you.
pardon me, Madam Vice President. The question was, how are you going to pay for it?
Well, one of the things is I'm going to make sure that the richest among us who can afford it pay their fair share in taxes.
You hear that?
It is not right that teachers and nurses and firefighters are paying a higher tax rate
Thank you.
than billionaires and the biggest corporations.
But-
and I plan on making that fair.
But we're dealing with the real world here.
But the real world includes,
How are you going to get this through Congress?
you know, when you talk quietly with a lot of folks in Congress, they know exactly what I'm talking
Thank
about
you, Vice
because their
President.
constituents know exactly what I'm talking
Thank
about.
you.
Their constituents are those firefighters and teachers and nurses. Their constituents are middle-class, hardworking folk.
And Congress has shown no inclination to move in your direction.
I disagree with you. There are plenty of leaders in Congress
Thank you.
who understand and know that the Trump tax cuts blew up our federal deficit. None of us, and certainly I cannot afford to be myopic in terms of how I think about strengthening America's economy. Let me tell you something. I am a devout public servant, you know that. I am also a capitalist.
Thank you.
And I know the limitations of government.
Kamala Harris has been in government.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? A real president with a real plan. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. All right. That's why you kept Trump's tax cut. Lauren, what are you talking about? Lauren, are you a Trump supporter, Lauren? Come on up here, Lauren. For the Magadim, yeah. Lauren, are you a Trump supporter? See, ladies and gentlemen, I think, it's this stuff. That's why you kept Trump's tax cuts. What does that even mean, Lauren? What does that mean, Lauren? I just got a simple question to ask you, Trump supporters. What has Donald Trump ever done for you? There's not a Trump supporter on this app that can actually tell me what Donald Trump has done for them. But I can tell you what he did. He got a couple of y'all thrown into prison. Yeah. He got some of y'all to throw away your lives for him, right? Isn't that right, Jessica? Thank you so much. All right. He didn't keep America safe. Come on up here. I love it when they come up here and they say these things. Well, he did this and he did that. You just found out he cared more about Vladimir Putin than he did you. All right. We don't got all morning, but we'll go through it if we got to. We'll do it. We'll do this the hard way. Salem, good morning.
Good morning, Zeus. Hey, do you know you look like Vernon Davis, brother?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you look like exactly like Vernon Davis.
Oh, okay. So are you a Trump supporter?
No.
You voting for Trump? Are you driving?
No. I'm on the passenger seat. But no, I'm not voting for Trump.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, thank you for the compliment, all right? But I'm going to move it on, all right?
All right, bro.
All right.